back to my life with plants on Newman. It is the beginning of July. There's things that I need to do even in June. So once that door closes, because I've got to go, curtains get drawn. In this room in the afternoon, the sun's going to come in, so that curtain is pulled down. There's like 3 layers of netting for the calatheas, and this is coming all the way down like that. That's how hot it is. This gives you an idea of how hot it is in this country in the summertime. If I was to leave that open, okay, the window open with air coming through, it's not cool air at all. It's like a hot blow dryer coming in. So that on this side, which is the shadier side, the window is open a little bit. That's all I can afford. I need a little bit of airflow, but I gotta be aware that hot air blows in. What it's done is it's burned 2 leaves of calistophylla there. These ones are in like a lot of shade now, these plants, and because I got to go out to work, I got to close the windows. But this oscillating fan is on rhythm all day long, and they will be pulled down like that. These two, this one here is facing south, of course. It has the lace curtain, and the plants are a little away from the window and hanging quite high, a lot of them. So the sun will come around to the west. If I didn't have fans, these plants most of them would be dying. They would just start getting crinkly leaves and falling off, even if you do keep them hydrated, because it is that hot. While we're doing this update, I did repot Hoya carrii. It had a problem with its roots. When I bought it, it had a hard time at the nursery, all of the problems that you can imagine, so I had to take it out. This one is Hoya rotundifolia. I had to start it again from cuttings. I did receive it as a cutting. It had roots on it, but it was dried up, and the roots were too dried up that there was no life in them anymore. I did try, so got one up here too, which has got roots on it because I started it in water a little bit. Calistophylla here has some more buds on its peduncle, and some buds there on Hoya Matilde. This is my latest purchase. It's a Hoya cordata. It's a whole bunch of cuttings, and I did repot it. There's nothing wrong with the potting mixes that they use in plant nurseries. It's easy to blame it on that, but you got to remember that they moved from a tropical greenhouse into a cool, breezy, air-conditioned plant nursery. So, and also the plants are probably watered and left to dry out too much, all of that stuff. Because these ones I didn't repot. Just still in their original pots. Hoya Daikie. Yeah, just a quick update. I got some flowers open on Hoya Carnosa Hindu Rip, and that one was repotted. But something interesting is when I did repot it, it had a great mycorrhizal fungi in there. The first time I remember seeing that, I mistaken it for a root mealybug. But when I was using a toothpick and taking it out, it didn't have any webbing or anything, and I looked it up, and it's kind of a symbiotic relationship, nitrogen fixing bacteria. So that's great. So I did have to eventually repot it. As you know, I did repot this Hoya Bella, and it was getting pretty sparse with its growth because it was in a tiny little wee pot. It was no bigger than that. It's just a few inches deep, but it's been growing really well now. All of its remaining leaves are nice and dark green. It's been putting out new growth everywhere, here and here and there. Even flowered a couple of times, and it's growing in not a barky mix, but something else that retains moisture, because I live in the tropics here, and plants that need moisture, I got to put them in moisture retentive mixes, and this is Akadama. Those of you living in a very cool climate, and you can water your plants that are in cocoa coir and bark and pumice, you can grow them that way, because they tend to dry out slowly after that. But I mean, look at the temperature in here. It's only 10 to 8 in the morning, and it's 30 degrees in here. 30 degrees. I mean, I'm trying not to. I am sweating. That's the inside temperature, so you can imagine what it's like out there with the concrete and everything. Let's say it's max of 35, but if you take a reading out there, it's close to 40. So, what else? Tillandsias get watered every day, sprayed every day. They dry out really quick, and they're looking great. They do use a lot of different minerals and stuff, but I'm just following what it is for them to grow naturally and to be happy plants. So I just follow that. Yeah, and down here my Nepenthes Gaia. Every now and then a bug flies in and I drop it in a pitcher. And my one is looking great, and then when I went to the nursery I saw a big whopping one that had pitchers that were 3 times the size of that. I could use it, it's like a drink bottle. So mine's got some growing to do, but it's a happy plant. And that's it. It was just an update on what's going on, if you were wondering. And of course, one of my favorites here, my linearis, that is in sphagnum moss. The scary sphagnum moss, yes I know, but I have plants in sphagnum moss. And that one's growing really well. Ionella polystakis is still fine, although it hasn't put out, it's putting out growth very slowly. And up here is the other orchid of mine that I've been growing indoors now, Angraecum disticum. Haven't seen any buds developing yet. It has had a lot of new growth at one point in the autumn, I think, last year. All it has to do now is flower, and I know that it's a happy orchid. It's also kept moist in this basket of moss. Okay, gotta go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye bye.